Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and today we're playing DiRT Showdown. Now, this is one of those games that I've collected and gotten for free on my channel ever since starting to be a YouTube video game critic. I didn't get it for free because I am a critic or anything, simply it was free on Steam or the Humble Store, or somebody tweeted out a code, something like that. And on top of me getting the game for free, and thus I'm not really invested in it, although I probably will try to play this game a little bit more than the others, because this one has set my hopes a little high. As you can see in this cutscene, it looks good, it's widescreen, which is a lot more than I can say for many of the other games I've gotten for free that are play horribly and look horrible, and there's no interest in them at all. Also, DiRT Showdown looks like a slightly different type of DiRT game than what DiRT 3 was, and that is rather interesting because I felt like DiRT 3 was too much about rally car racing, and if this one is actually just going to be a case of actually being more arcade-ish in its name. See, apparently you can't do that. Oh, look, yes you can. Right at the beginning, there's some things here that weren't in DiRT 3. Like, you set the difficulty right at the beginning, and it's asking for your YouTube account details, so I imagine the reason why it's asking for this, and you would probably be insane to give this to them, although isn't that what the Xbox One and PS4, what they're sharing now allows, is that you can share straight to your YouTube account? I won't be doing that. And then we have audio names. That the only thing slightly different here between Grid and DiRT 3, both made by Codemasters, and all three of these games are no longer available for purchase because let's go Turbo. How about that? Because Codemasters has adopted a crazy system of taking their old games off so that they can sell DiRT 4, their new game, which is ridiculous and really dumb in my opinion. This game came out in 2012. It's barely 5 years old, and now it's unpurchasable. Sign up now and unlock extra features. I think not. I don't think we need that. Everything here, as you can already tell, looks great. Now the interface is slightly better than DiRT 3, but it's still kind of a mess. Here I've set everything to a custom preset of Ultra, which turns all of these settings to Ultra. And this game has a benchmark, which I won't waste to play your time in running a second time, but suffice it to say, it was running about 84 frames per second on average, as high as 100. This video is only going to be recorded at 60 frames per second, so that means it's going to look as good as it can on YouTube. There's an interesting Rapture 3D audio driver. I don't know what that is, if that's something specific only to my computer, or some computers, or all computers, I don't know. Controls, we're using an Xbox One controller with the default setup. However, shift up and shift down aren't even listed here, so maybe that is under advanced wheel settings if you were driving with a wheel. This is interesting. I only see accelerate and brake, so maybe in DiRT Showdown everything is by default and automatic, or let's see, look right there. I gotta put this back the way it was. RaceNet is, of course, the thing they want you to sign into. And we won't waste into that. Driver's details, of course. I don't know how much you can really edit. It's just probably the things we've already put in here. We can change the horn, which that was something you could do. And it seems like you have some more horns you might even unlock. Hopefully they're unlockables and you're not talking along the lines of DLC here. Statistics are hidden in extras, which is a little odd. And achievements just prop up the Steam overlay, I'm sure. And that's way too much setup again just to get into the game. So 2 real player, single player options, Showdown Tour, Joyride, 1 multiplayer, and then I assume single player challenges.
Showdown is all about being the best and showing the world who's top dog. This is the area where you can view and select any challenges your friends send you, if you have any friends, that is.
And either these are... No, these are people that I have friended on Steam. So, for instance, at YouTube Gaming, I don't even know if that's an official YouTube Gaming Steam account or not, but none of them have any challenges at all, but they're being listed here. Sadly, I have a very small number of people. Let's do Showdown Tour. Very small number of people that have friended me on Steam. I guess there's not really a reason to friend people on Steam. I'd like more people to do it, but there's really not much reason. This does look beautiful, and I think we may get better, shorter races than Dirt 3. Better, more varied tracks. And this seems to be more of a Demolition Derby style game and an arcade style game, where Dirt 3 was very much a strategy rally car simulator. I think Codemasters should just put a year after their games, and instead of making Dirt 4, they should have made Dirt 2017 and then continue to make Dirt Showdown, or make Dirt Showdown under a different name. And they should also make Grid. Like, they clearly have skill in making car games, racing games. They're not doing it bad. That's an interesting point to start the race. So I had no control until that jump, and we have a boost, and we have health, and handbrake. And we can change our view between a couple of different things. And you gotta be careful on this handbrake, because that was one little tap was enough to... And I'm just grinding. So you really want to get into a slide. And my A doesn't feel like it's speeding me up or boosting me though. Now what we might be missing here is the ability to rewind and go back in time. Y is to look backwards. And we're doing a very simplistic figure 8 here. Like, I keep hitting the A button, and the boost didn't boost. And the time got me third, and one would hope that it's not going to reset and would require me to get first.
It's been a blast, people. See you after the break.
I like the idea of jumping into action, but it really needed to talk to us a little bit.
Now it's time for the real thing. Welcome to Dirt Showdown. Pick an option and let's get this party started.
Alright. I assume we're going up in the ranks, and so we can't click on anything else.
So where shall we kick this off?
This menu is a lot better than Dirt 3. Miami, San Francisco, and then we need to get things to unlock more things. Alright. Let's see. And all of our friends have nothing.
Miami's gonna be killer. Pick your car.
And these cars look way better. I'm gonna take something with handling. And several different paint jobs that aren't just advertisements, but or if they are advertisements, at the very least they're interesting looking advertisements. And this is the exact same loading screen, but it's taking a lot less time. Dirt 3 had a major problem of loading a lot, even on a SSD. It wasn't really helping. It was still taking a lot longer. I'm oversteering, and apparently T-bone and then right bump to crash back. And then you've got that YouTube right there. But it doesn't seem like crashback now is a flashback function where you can rewind. Either that or I hit the wrong thing. We're in a little bit of a weird situation because man, the controller does seem to not handle right, and A doesn't seem to want to work. Like A to boost. Let's just hit all of the buttons and see if we can figure something out here. Like Y works? Did I mess up my settings? Like controls. Choose preset. Controller. Yes. Oh wow, I really did mess up all the settings when I made that one change. There's boost. Wow. So every misclick of a button, I did that first race being unable to steer right. Wow. Of course, this game probably has an assist in it. Now, what gives us more boost? Is it doing tricks? Does it just build over time? With boost, you can start now trying to power curve around things, speed up and drift.
What? Are they just tired of driving in a straight line? Sweet overtaking there. They've done it. That's the win.
Who won?
They're at the finish.
Second position. So I'm not terrible at this.
Set the bar high out there today.
We could send a challenge, a replay.
And watch them squirm as they attempt to match your greatness.
See, that integration into Steam and challenging your friends is a very nice feature for a game like this. Assuming you have friends that are also playing this game at the same time as you, which won't really happen now because the game's not available for purchase and because it's too old. But when this first came out, that would at least get you a little bit further in how much you want to play. It does feel like there's going to be a lot less races unlocked for purchase. Interesting. Not purchase with real world money, but just in-game currency.
You've also gained access to a new event. Show them what you got.
Yokohama, and that's a knockout. See, this is barely 13 races. 13 times 4 gonna give you 52 races in total to try and perfect. That's not terrible. I want something with a little bit more handling, and then with 4,000 I could upgrade things too. But why upgrade until you know if you can purchase a car? I should have looked at all the different versions. I have really struggled to find any game that I've gotten for free for November that is actually worth playing. I've done about 30 and maybe liked about 3. So I'm in position 1 because I'm doing the most damage, and I don't know how you get score here. Like, the cars have this kind of health that is slightly unrealistic, but I mean, demolition derbies are built around this idea. So we see the health behind him, and I think that's me dead. So either I reset or and you can see me powering into him, and it's not really doing enough. And then the car just disappears. So you have to get a lot of power in there and try and sideswipe them or cause them to crash. You don't want them to head-on collide with you. I'm kind of enjoying the commentary here. Like, this is kind of the best game to play right after playing Dirt 3, where that game was so focused on making you play right for the most part, and just do a race and solve it. Honestly, playing this for a race and then playing Dirt 3 would have been good. Honestly, they should probably combine the 2 games. But to do any real damage here, you kind of have to hit into them. And my health is going down. You have to hit them probably from the back. I'm in the lead, but my health is low. Are we almost out of time?
It's over. They've done it.
So you have to survive till the end. Look on the right, the 3D models of the people watching. That is a little bit better than Dirt 3 2. It's not great. They're not wasting too much effort animating all of that. I didn't even realize that the San Francisco Bridge was back there. Interesting. Frankly, I'd prefer to see a real-world leaderboard than just a friends leaderboard, but I bet it probably is more fun to see friends if you have friends on Steam. I guess that just depends. And there's nothing higher than first place as far as I can tell, so you're not even going for a crazy platinum or anything like that. And I'm trying to figure out where the new things for purchase would be. Let's take this. Yokohama may not be a knockout race, but maybe it is. I would have thought it would have been a trick section, but there may not be any tricks here.
They've got to make like a boss and own this ring. Over the edge they go.
Press X to view event info. Battled out for this perilous platform, running opponents off the edge for 1,000 points. You have additional points by standing your ground and remaining in the center of the platform. Interesting.
Yes, that's
so it's a King of the Hill style.
They're using that call like a battering Unlucky.
And that's not what you want. But
And they're back.
But you can just get back up here. This looks a lot like the playground of DiRT 3, but totally used differently.
Straight in and straight back out again. I think they're missing the point.
Yeah, I think I am slightly missing the point. Yeah, this is pretty much the same thing. So if I just kind of sit here in the green, you get 1,000 points for knocking somebody off, but
some people just don't seem to like living on the edge. Parking up in the center is not cool. How can they score the big points that way?
Alright, fair enough.
T-bone! Slaps the smile right off their face.
I just knocked several people off by being close to them.
And out they go. Knockout streak over. Yes, so just not up to the task.
And the game automatically resets you, which is not, I believe, something that you would do.
Face time.
I need a couple of... I've got a minute, and I need a couple of more 1,000 points.
Slam.
Like, if I could get one more knocked off. Camera's a little awkward.
Extreme tailgating. Time's running out, which means we're in double points.
Like, when you're trying to adjust the camera here.
Back into the action.
Off the edge, any of you. I'm like in 5th position. So is 5th good enough? Or do you have to retry? I think you can just move forward. So unlike DiRT 3 where you had to get at least 3rd and on easy, and I'm playing easy here, you almost always got 1st, or it was a trick section of the game which was completely different than the rally racing part of the game, and in those instances I couldn't get 1st if my life depended on it. Wow. So I felt like Dirt 3 was very approachable for really young kids. And I'm gonna have to say that this feels even more approachable. Even a better experience. 8-ball. So is this a figure 8? The graphics look great. They're perhaps slightly more cartoony, but in being more cartoony, maybe the game runs a little bit smoother. There's more there's more people in the stands. So I think this is just a figure 8 race, although it actually seems like it's 2 figure 8 races.
Go, baby, go.
And these figure 8s are a little too tight to try and drift on. I've used all my boost. Now I'm in first position. So now the question is, can I maintain that first position while people are crashing into you? Clearly this is not something you'd have in a rally car race, the potential that somebody would hit you. Dirt 3 had these single challenger races where they would put a barrier in the middle of all the racetracks and you would race for speed. Very technical and complicated ways of playing in a virtual opponent, where here it's just they're on the track, they can hit you, they can slow you down, they can mess with you. And it's really just boosting on the speedways. I'm also noticing that even in this instance where the racetrack is rather small, very, very small compared to Dirt 3, which is the right comparisons, I think, to continue to make. There's only 3 laps here.
Yes, they did it. Sweet.
Like, no incredibly long 5 laps, 8 laps type races. Just do 3. If you don't get first, try again. So, while there are some different modes that I'm hoping show up in this game, what I've seen so far is pretty good. The Burton Beachcomber. Let's see if we can go find that and see where for purchase that is. Suppose the game could get more difficult, but their system is different here. As long as you finish it all, you get a trophy. I think. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't get a trophy here, and that is hurting my ability to unlock this. But there's nothing here that says you need 18 more points and you're going to get 3 points for gold and 2 points for silver and 1 point for bronze or anything like that. It seems like you just need the trophy, making it much easier. All-Star, Champions, Legends. It could get difficult, certainly. Joyride, on the other hand, seems like there's a Battersea Compound section, and there's a Yokohama Docks section that have 75 missions that might be tricks and 60 hidden packages. So that's coming back from like the playground section. I love this menu being in an arena way better than Dirt 3's just in this wide area with triangles. I didn't mean to go to challenges. So challenges are friends and multiplayer are friends or just random people online. So these two are the only single player ones. And driver details doesn't, like, there's nothing here. And like, we can look at the statistics. Some interesting statistics, I suppose. But where you purchase the upgrades and where you purchase the new cars is got me a little confused. Like, it must just be through the menu, or maybe you don't really purchase the cars at all. Maybe you just unlocked them right then and there and they're using the wrong phrase for some reason. Anyways, it's been 30 minutes. I've given all the games I've gotten for free for 30 minutes to try them. And I am very happy to say this one succeeds. So we're going to come back and we're going to play this game at least for a little bit longer. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.